and I know it's been a long time since the last video, and I'm sorry for that. The good news is I got some much needed R&R and beach time and relaxation, which we all need from this crazy year. The bad news is, well, you're about to find out what's been going on with this flip. So we had a break-in at the property. Not once, but twice. Yeah, we were broken into and it was scary, I'm not gonna lie. The first time, which is the time that you're gonna actually see play out in this video, we didn't actually find out until much later because the alarm company was calling us at the time of the break-in, but my phone was on silent and I missed the 4 calls. But as soon as we found out the reason for the 4 missed calls from the alarm company, we jetted off to the property with a roller coaster of mixed emotions between anxiety, fear, just panic overall. It was a very familiar feeling that we've been through before.
Triggered off the sensors around 5 in the morning, so we just want to check to make sure that nothing happened. This has happened before and it was nothing, so it could be nothing, but we need to go to make sure. Regardless, there are no appliances or really anything they could steal that is removable, because we usually wait till the very end to install all the appliances. That was a lesson learned the hard way, which I'll tell you about in another video. But you know, there are these things that can happen when you're doing this. There's all sorts of things that can go wrong, unexpected, theft, vandalism, you name it. Actually, for a property that was known to be vacant for a while. So I'll keep you guys posted and I'll update you as soon as we get there, and hopefully it's nothing. Fingers crossed.
My original thought was that the window just fell out of place because it wasn't very secure to begin with. It was an old window, it wasn't in good shape. So I really thought the window just fell out of place and that triggered the alarm. But then I noticed a set of footprints on the floor right below that window. And I took a closer look at the window. And it was apparent somebody had tampered with it from the outside and made its way in. So we started looking around the rest of the house and slowly putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And it's safe to say I was slightly mortified and grateful that we didn't arrive or get notified at the time that this was happening. So we're gonna have to board this up. We're gonna have to board this up because right now it's the only viable solution. Luckily, everything else is still here. Let's make sure we still have the water heater. update. Kind of put together the pieces based on the evidence that we found inside the house. And what happened is that somebody, a homeless person, somebody that probably used to sleep in this house before, because there were squatters in here when we acquired the property. So apparently one of those individuals came back, broke in through that window that you saw. Didn't break the window, but just kind of, compromised the security of the window and made his or her way into the house. Probably slept there. And on his way out, there's a motion sensor that was triggered, and he walked out through this door, which we found was completely unlocked. It was open, didn't take anything. It wasn't anything with malicious intent. He was just looking for a place to sleep and maybe shower, because we found evidence of that in the bathroom. There was water on the floor with dirt from his shoes or her shoes, and some footprints. So this is the best case scenario. It's still not very comforting to know that there is somebody out there that knows now how to access the property and get in here. So we're gonna be replacing those windows in the two windows in that back bedroom. They're not in the best shape. We did not actually replace the windows in this project because we decided to put most of the effort into the interior and making it really nice. And the windows were in decent shape, not the best, but they were in decent shape. We did some repairing of the windows, but we did not replace with new windows. So once again, this is the best case scenario. We're gonna board up these windows until they get replaced. The property is officially under contract, so that's great. That means that we'll be closing very soon, and this will not be a concern anymore. As you can imagine, this is not fun to go through. And I learned that my phone was on silent the whole night while the alarm company was calling. Both of us actually. Mine was too, and so was Albert's. So make sure that my phone is on before I go to sleep every night. Very important, especially when we're managing one of these projects. So that's it, guys. This is the best case scenario, but this is really the ugly side of flipping properties. This happens. It's happened to us before. This is probably the best outcome. We've had other situations where we were completely wiped out. So it's just, it's part of the game, unfortunately. But it's a roller coaster. There are ups and downs. And at the end of the day, you learn, you get better, and there's less room for error as you learn. Now remember that this was one of the two break-ins that we had. So the second time this happened, we were actually alerted as it was happening. We got the call from the alarm company as soon as the alarm was triggered. And what we did was call the police and ask them to be present. By the time the police showed up, the trespasser was already gone though. So it was the same scenario. A person came in through the same window, and actually through the opposite side window. But they came in, they maybe slept there, hung out there, near the roof of their head. I believe it was raining that night. So same thing, they showered, they exited through the same door and triggered the alarm on the way out. So, and that incident, that last incident was about almost 2 months ago. So, and it hasn't happened again. So I'm thinking they got the point. I'm thinking they realized this property is no longer an option for them, and that was the last of it. That's all we can hope for. The silver lining to all this is that the property is now under contract. It is completed, and the buyers will be doing their inspection sometime next week, and hopefully closing within the next 3 to 4 weeks after that. So fingers crossed. The next update on this property will be everything that we invested and the net profits. So stay tuned and stay safe, you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.